We're live. Hello, hello, hello. It's Saturday. Kind of my favorite day of the week. I think it's most people's favorite day of the week as well. But it's Saturday. It's far from Monday, you know. So feels good. Hello, Tutu. Hello, Nada T. That name sounds very. Is that Biodun T? I don't know. Please for live. Hello. Please confirm you can hear me while we wait for our guest to join. Or tell me what part of the world you're joining in from. Saturday medicine, yes. And of course, we have a very controversial topic today. So I'm super excited. Tell me where you're joining from today. I'm in Toronto. It's spring, but it's kind of gloomy today. The weather is overcast. Looks like it's going to rain. Okay, so Major Boy. Yeah, let's get our fix of whatever this is. Hopefully, it helps you jumpstart your weekend. Oh, Brampton, how is Brampton? Look who it is! It's Major Boy.
I'm sorry. Am I late?
No, you're good. I would try not to embarrass you today. Super excited. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm brilliant. How are you?
Yeah, good. Even though you
Looking
used to
up.
come see me when I was in Lagos, but I'll just add that to your list of
It's
sins.
okay. I'll
Your sins
forgive
are
you.
many. Your
I'll
sins are
forgive you of your sins.
many. Go say 10 Hail Mary to our fathers. Okay,
I
cool.
forgive you.
All right, so let's get started. So welcome everyone to iRise Conversations with Joan. As usual, open conversations, no script. We just talk about whatever we feel like talking about. And today, of course, Imo has to shake some tables. So we have with us Imo today. We're going to be talking about something extremely controversial. We usually hear that men are from Mars, women are from Venus. But now we're going to find out that even women are just not from Venus. There's probably a couple of planets out there. So as usual, most of the topics are based off of my book. If you still haven't bought my book, I'm watching you. Go buy my book. It's available on Amazon all over the world. I Rise, 10 Secrets to Getting Up When Life Knocks You Down. So I hope that's just orange juice. I hope that is just orange juice, Amor.
It's just orange juice. It's just orange juice.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm trusting you, but okay. So let's get started. So just give us a brief intro. Who is Amor? Not the internet.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, introduction. Tell us.
Hi. Okay, you
Who are
first or
you?
me first?
No, you first.
Hi, my name is
They know who I am. They're tired of me.
My name is Imo Moran. I'm a film director, TV producer, writer, based in Lagos, Nigeria. And well, it's my first time on the show, so I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So in case you didn't get that, like he's all things movies, like producing, directing, documentaries, whatever, you name it, he's done it all. Super, super talented guy. Doesn't sleep. Okay. So Imor, like when I mentioned the show to you and you were like, I was like, oh, a topic, wives versus moms. I was like, okay, all right, let's shake some tables. So tell us a bit about your journey and why you think moms are different. What's the different? Well, why are moms different from wives?
I mean, it's just obvious. I mean, moms raise the man. Wives maybe make him better, take him to the next level. Obviously, the mom, both journeys are stop at a certain point. The mom raised the son to a certain point, and the next thing, the woman comes and dresses him up. So both have different roles, equally important in a man's life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a mom in terms of his mother, not his wife being a mother to their kids.
No. At that point, but I mean, it's like a pearl. You keep polishing it. That's what men are, And so
Men are
at
pearls.
different stages, yeah, men are pearls. You keep polishing.
Please,
You keep
women
polishing the
chime
pearl.
in. Yeah, men are pearls. Chime in. What are your thoughts around that? I have my personal views. Okay.
You know, so you have to keep polishing the pearl so the pearl shines. But you know, it's like the process of iron sharpening iron. You know, it takes two elements of the same substance to brush up on each other to perfect whatever you're trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. So I know that a lot of men, maybe not necessarily you, but a lot of men complain that, once their wives become mothers, they
Yeah.
become different human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that to be true or false? What are your thoughts?
It's completely true. Kids ruin marriages.
Oh my God. Say a father, by the way. Oh my God.
Kids, I'm not kidding. Kids ruin marriages. You have to be very conscious of what it is to pull yourself out of that. But if you let yourself go, those kids are going to ruin the marriage because your attention is divided. And amazingly, it's not just for the women. It also ruins it for the men. You know, your attention is divided. You're thinking about other things. The romance is lost. Everybody is, trying to raise this needy kid that wants everything every time. Insatiable little rascals.
Oh
And you invest so much time and emotions in them, and so you have to be aware. You have to be conscious of the fact that this is happening to you, and you have to deliberately pull out from it. Otherwise, you lose your relationship. So yeah, kids, and that's why a lot of couples don't have kids in the first year of marriage. They say we don't want to have a child in the first year because they want to solidify their friendship.
Okay, so someone is saying that men are
And
needy as well. I kind of agree.
yeah, men are needy, but kids are needy. I know because I raised one. It's 24 hours. They want something. They're crying about something. They need something. It was something. Jesus Christ, man. It's a lot.
Okay. So, we hear of reasons why marriages break up. Like, I don't think I've ever heard that a marriage broke up because of a kid. But now you're saying that the kids ruin marriages.
Yeah. Yeah, because people are not aware. It creeps up on you. It's like I don't know what else to equate it. It's not obvious. It's not an obvious situation where you see it coming and you can say, okay, I'll stop this. It creeps up on you gradually. You realize that you spend more time with your kid and you're exhausted and you want to relax and you're no longer having sex with your partner because you spend the whole 3 hours trying to fix up your kids who are crying about one thing or the other, and you come back to bed, you're exhausted, you want to sleep. Partner says, "Can I get some?" And you're like, "Please leave me alone." Stressed out. Stressed out with your damn kids. And so you're not aware. You're not aware, but it creeps up on you. Next thing you know, you're not spending as much time with your partner as you should. Even the cost of raising the kids, they're very expensive to raise. You know?
Oh my God, this is becoming a show about don't have kids.
It costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to raise. And you have to raise them properly.
Yeah.
And that means that your finances, are going to take a hit. Yeah. That means you and your wife can't just go off on vacation because now you have to consider the kids. Mm-hmm. So let's just go to Venice. Let's just go somewhere. Like these damn kids. They have to go to school on Monday. We can't go out. We can't travel. Nothing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay, so Tutu is saying that, having kids reduces a woman's sex drive. So obviously it's not the same for men. So, is it unfair for men to have the same expectations they had before they had kids of women?
No, men should not. Men should not. This is why it's very important to, when you're married, to seek counsel from older married couples. Because they have a lot of wisdom. They've been there, they've done that, so they know, what potholes you should avoid. It's very, very key to speak to older couples because I'm not gonna lie, everything changes. Everything changes. You don't have access to your wife no more because your wife is busy. I'm telling you, man, everything changes. So you're stuck with football, EPL football, and drinking red wine every evening because your wife is just stressed out, running up and down. even when you're helping out, it's still a lot of stress. So kids change everything. But we love kids.
Okay, we love kids. So,
Yeah.
but so I know, we're just just generalizing now, but there are
Yeah.
women, yeah, to just say men should help out, but there are women who seem to have it all figured out. Like they're, badass mother and they're badass wife as well. They're able to balance the home. They still come on social media and slay.
Yeah.
Like, are these special women, or is there something that they learned? Someone told them? Because a lot of women I know are struggling.
Yeah, that's why I said you have to be very conscious of what you have to deliberately tell yourself, like, oh, this is what I'm going to do to avoid slipping into this black hole. So, okay, you're going to write a list and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do today, this is what I'm going to do today, and quickly knock it out and be more efficient. Otherwise, you don't even have enough time for yourself. I mean, I know, because when I was raising my son, it was a very needy kid, very needy, and just bumps it. I mean, you're just
Like
trying to.
father, but okay, no judgment here.
I'm just trying to just chill with your wife and just do the nasty, and kid pops it and wants something. He wants he can't figure out something, and like, yo, bro, you don't see me with your mother just trying to be nice. Can you just go downstairs and figure your life out? So you have to, most mothers that I have found, or most parents that I found are effective with raising their kids, have been very deliberate about what they were doing. It's like, we're going to do this, that at a certain time. Fridays, you're going to get somewhere to watch the kids, so you and your partner can go and watch a movie, or go and drink, have some wine, or just do whatever you do. So you have to be very deliberate about it, otherwise you lose it. It's a black hole.
So it almost, and I know you're not, doing it, maybe because I'm just biased because I'm female. It just almost sounds like it, a lot of the compromising and changing and writing this list sits with the woman. I feel that women have way more responsibility when it comes to raising a kid than most men. Maybe that's an unfair statement, I don't know, but it's just what I see. It just feels like the woman has to still keep it together. Most women still have to go to work. They still have to keep the house. They now have to please this husband and still take care of the kids. Like, and the man just, okay, she's not giving me time. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I'm going to go drink. And some men are like, oh, I'm going to go have a side chick or whatever it is. It just seems pretty unfair for women.
It's unfair, but it depends on the family dynamic. I mean, men that are stuck in the 90s are still doing things like that. Us modern men, thank you very much, we don't do those kind of things anymore. We take care of our kids and allow our wives to go and do whatever they want to do, and just I mean, listen, my ex-wife used to just travel and just do her thing, and I'll take care of the kid. I don't care, because I loved it, and I love taking care of my kid. So men, I mean, modern men don't do that whole 1980 hustle anymore. Some still do, but for enlightened men like us, we don't raise that kid.
Very, very, very few. So they don't, it's still not the norm. Like, most men are not like you. A lot of women are still having to carry a lot of the weight at home, still keep it together and still try to look good, because men will still complain, oh, why are you wearing a boo-boo when I get back home? Because I'm tired. Damn it. Because I'm freaking exhausted. But it just always feels like, oh, the women still have to get their bodies back in shape and still look attractive and still take care of the home and take care of the kids. It just feels like a lot.
I feel like women also succumb to a lot of pressure to get their bodies in shape. Like, no, that's your body. Leave your body like that.
The pressure is coming from the men.
Yeah, but
when I met you, hello, a human being just came out of this.
Yeah, but women have to be more rebellious than that. Like, yo, your body has changed. Your body has changed. A little pot belly here didn't hurt nobody. Just let it go. You have a kid now. Your body should change. I think it's only, that's why you have to marry a man. Okay. Men know that a woman's body changes when they have kids, and they'll still hit it like that. But boys who have no experience in life assume that your wife will stay the same after 3 kids. Are you drunk? It's not possible. I mean, you could be fortunate, because my mom was super slim, and that wasn't anything. I don't even remember my mom exercising. It wasn't as a result of anything she did. It was just that she was super slim. And so she had 3 of us, big-headed kids, and she was still slim. She's lucky. Other women, their bodies change drastically, and there's nothing like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I find that to be sexy. Luckily for me, I come from a background where we like our women in certain sizes. So for me, that mother body is sexy. So
Wow. If
people need to
all men
learn.
that were like you, we would not have all the many side chicks. And Tutu just said, yes, side chicks. Side chicks everywhere. And those side chicks don't look like their wives. Hello. Hello.
Some side chicks look uglier than the wife, bro. So the side chicks are not even as fine as the wife. No, side chick is not. I don't think side chick is just a result of indiscipline. Or cheating is a result of indiscipline. I don't think it's a result of, because sometimes you see a man's side chick not as hot as your wife. So why are you smashing her? Why are you having sex with her?
Tell us why. Tell us why, because we want to know.
It's just, I think it's indiscipline. They're not just disciplined enough. The men are not just disciplined. The men need to learn discipline. So just be disciplined. That's all. So that's why I said women should marry men, not marry boys.
Women, yeah, marry men. Stop marrying boys. Okay. So like, you've told us about how, you're the modern day man, and, you're able to do the right things and support your wife and help raise the kids. It's not the norm, and I'm just going to be honest, and other people can chime in as well. I don't think it's the norm. So a lot of women are really struggling. And I feel like people look back at our parents and saw how our parents were able to keep it all together. Like in this day, we're so distracted, there's just so much going on, and we still have to kind of look pretty as well. What advice would you have for women? Because you and I know, we're both divorced, so we know a lot of marriages are breaking up. There's a lot of expectations on both sides. It's not just one side. What are some of what lessons have you learned from this hard life and journey, that can help, both men and women, not boys and girls now, men and women, really have a good marriage and be able to balance it out when the terrorists show up, aka the kids?
What I've learned from my divorce, and just because I've had a lot of time to reflect on different things about that, it's just that you have to be deliberate about whatever you're doing. Once you have kids, you have to be aware that now there's a third person in this party. What are you going to do about it? So you have to be deliberate. You have to have date nights. Set aside your date night. Set aside the moments that you need to be together. Don't stress too much about these kids. They're not going to die. They're not going to die. Nothing's going to happen to them. Let me tell you, pump out your milk, put that thing in the fridge. Kid is hungry. Somebody can feed that child. Let's go upstairs and do something else. Put the child to sleep. Go. Don't let the child, just overtake your life. You regret it in the end. Because what happens is that women grow with a lot of resentment because they've lost. Like women that had dreams and ambitions, and then they get married, and then they have kids, and then all the ambition, they can't achieve those dreams anymore. And that's what really annoys a lot of women, I assume, is that resentment. Because now you look at men, our lives look easier because we just bounce, wear our shirt, have a haircut, go and watch football or something, and we're shouting, and you're here stressing about, like, oh, man, this kid, So I don't think it's just be deliberate about your planning. And also just marry somebody that is a hands-on person as well. Don't marry. People make a lot of mistakes marrying people because of peer pressure and not the right partner for you. You can tell a man or a woman that is hands-on that is going to help you in running the family. You can tell from the time you're dating. Once you guys go and hang out over the weekend, what does he do? What does she do? Does he help out when you're trying to do something, or does he go out and try to do anything for you? And then you see all the red flags that you got to marry them. And you expect that they will change. They're not going to change. Anybody that's over 30 or close to 30 and has one character, that's how they are. It took them over 30 years to form that character. It's going to take Jesus Christ or another 30 years for them to transform. So a lot of times, just don't marry someone because of peer pressure. Scrutinize them. Look at them. Are they the right, partners for you? If they're not, then bounce. Because you regret, once you have a child, you're stuck. You regret it.
So,
you regret it.
So I hear that, you know, a lot of people, a lot of peer pressure, people just marry whoever. Most times it's
Yeah.
usually who's available. At least for women
Mhm.
over 30s,
Yeah.
like who, will you marry me? Yes, please. You know, so it's always who's available as opposed to who they need or what they need. And most times we
Yeah.
don't even know what we need. You know, it's just like, oh no, he's good looking, he knows how to dance, his life at the party, yeah, we'll have fun. And you jump right in. So we make a lot of mistakes, especially people
Mhm.
who marry young, even people who marry later still make the same mistakes. And you know, so in terms of you now, I'm just gonna jump on you a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
but before I get to where you're headed with your own relationships, in
Yeah.
terms of people changing, like people pretend before they get married. We all do. We all put our best foot forward. We try to act like we're this perfect human being, and then we
Yeah.
get married, and then the true demons start to show up. But then when you have kids as well, people also change. Like someone
Mhm.
who's never been a mother before, but just changed completely. There are people who were
Mhm.
extremely sexually active before they had kids, and once they have kids, it's like, don't touch me, don't come near me. Ugh, you know, it just
Yeah.
irritates.
Yeah.
You know, how can people handle that? Like, should that be the only? Can't a man just accept that this woman doesn't want to ever be touched again? Like, is
Mhm.
it so bad? You know, the woman has changed. She doesn't. It doesn't mean she doesn't love you, but she just doesn't
Yeah.
want you like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, can people learn to just accept that the woman has changed by virtue
Yeah.
of now becoming a mom?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said it's always good to speak to older couples. Honestly, personally, I feel like that's one of the mistakes I made when I got married, when I was married, is seeking counsel, because OGs have been there and done that. So OGs, see, some OGs were married and they didn't touch each other for a year, for a whole year. They didn't smash. And I'm not kidding. Like, I've spoken to like some big OGs, like, bro, man, it was close to a year. Me and my wife were like strangers, you know. So how did you overcome that difficulty? How did you get your wife back, you know, to that? I think for me, what I've learned is that everything comes from kindness. If you're a kind person, the first thing is to look at your partners, what they're going through, and say to yourself, how can you help them? Because postpartum depression
It's
it's a
real.
massive thing.
Yeah.
It's real. And a lot of times, you know, people don't admit it to themselves that they're going through that. And other people don't, their partners don't admit that they're going through that. But see, when you're a kind person, you look at the other partner and like, what could she be going through at this moment? Why is she behaving this way? Maybe she's exhausted, maybe she's stressed, maybe she's depressed because she had her own dreams and ambitions, and you know, what is she doing that you can help her with? And then you go through that and try to help her with. And then how can you win your wife back? Become sexier. You know, this is putting some work.
Okay. Some women like pot bellies. Some of
You
them.
know, exactly. You know, putting some work. You know, look nice. Well, you as a man, you don't let yourself go because you're married to a hot babe.
Yes.
You don't let yourself go. Still be fresh. Yeah, they
Yes.
buy yourself a nice Mercedes. You don't have a nice haircut. You know, come out here looking fresh. You know, walk around your wife. Let her see that you're fresh.
Yeah.
and, she
Okay.
can, and she can fall in love with you all over again. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy to be together, to be with somebody and then love them for the 200 years you're together or 100. It's not possible because this person snores when they sleep. I know I snore when I sleep, and sometimes I leave my clothes lying on the ground. I'll piss you off. You'll be like, fuck, man, this guy. sorry, but I mean, your partner can irritate you just
Yeah.
being in that space because it can just irritate you. So you have to be conscious of that and be deliberate about what you're trying to do to get that affection back. Because I mean, it's all visual. It's like, you know, she's looking at you, your pot belly's hanging out, you're snoring, you're shouting at the Chelsea game. Like, this is you're old, man. Why are you screaming at the TV for?
Mhm.
And all of
Okay.
this can just be a bit ridiculous. And so you have to just be deliberate and just say, okay, I'm going to get my wife back. I'm going to win my wife's affection back
Okay.
and get her back.
I love that. Like, you know, really trying to get the woman back because, you know, having a
Yeah.
kid is not an easy fit at all.
No,
And,
no,
you know, the women just naturally feel like they're responsible for this child and they need to keep everything
yeah,
together. So, yeah, so
yeah,
I like that we're putting the onus on the man, you know,
mm,
understand where she's at, what she's been through. She might not find you
yeah.
sexy at this point. Let her
Yes.
be. It's not a pass to go get a side chick. No, it's for you to understand where she's at and
Mm,
try to win her love back. So I
yeah,
really like
yeah.
that.
Mm.
So back to you now, Spotlight. So, you sound like this super amazing guy, and I'm just wondering, why are you single?
It's a choice. I'm single as a matter of choice.
Okay.
It's not a lack of options, it's just a matter of choice. But it won't be that long anymore. It won't be that long.
Okay, so are you looking, or you found, or what, like, where are you in this
Oh, I'm
journey?
actually. Well, I'll say half and half.
Okay.
Um, half and half. I mean, I do have people that love me intensely.
Ooh, okay. I was gonna say I'm one of them, but you said intensely, so I'm like, okay, I'll just take a step back.
And I would love me intensely, but coming from my divorce to this point, you just have to be careful about not just making the same mistake that you made. So you have to be careful. And also by mistake, I mean personally, it's like what are the things that you did wrong
Yeah.
that you have to learn, that you have to do better.
Yeah.
For me, one of my weaknesses is I emotionally disconnect. Yeah, like when how I react to trauma or how I react to deliberately bludgeoning, like people just attacking me, is to
Yeah.
disconnect from it. For instance, if I'm dating somebody and they're constantly attacking me or constantly fighting me, I emotionally disconnect from that situation. So I'm there with you, but I'm not there. It's like, oh, can you help me with that? I'll do it. Do you want that? I'll do it. But I'm not there.
And women can sense these things. Yeah.
Yeah, no, oh Jesus, it hurts. It's so hurtful, and pisses them off. If I think that someone would rather you screamed at them or something and get it over with
Speak
than
your
just
mind,
to.
damn it, and be quiet. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what. So I'm learning. I'm learning patience. I'm learning a lot of things. I mean, I've improved massively. I'm still learning a couple of things. So I'm almost there.
Oh wow.
Second time around will be near perfect.
Okay. Please write us in there.
Second time around will be near perfect. So we'll learn.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. So what about in terms of raising your child? Because now that's a different ball game. If you do get married to
Yeah.
someone else,
Mm,
if you marry a woman who has a kid, that's
mm.
a separate ball game, and then you also having a kid. Like, how does this whole dynamic? How does it work?
I mean, I've been blessed to own my own business and at least have some control over my time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say for other men because some other men probably have a different business, so it's harder for them to control their time. So for me, it's easy for me to raise my kids because I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and
Would,
also,
would you, I'm gonna ask a controversial question. Would you raise
yeah,
another man's kids?
yeah, why not? But on one condition, the
Okay.
condition is that the father is also a part of their lives. Because I don't want a situation where after raising your kid, you pop up 20 years later and say, "Oh my God, this is my child. Oh, I'm so sorry," and the child runs off to you. Like, bro, how about all my money? How about all my money that I paid for this private university? Give me back. I want my money back. I want to hard for it. Give me back my money. But no, but for me, once you're like the father is also involved in that. So whatever decision we're making, because I'm only raising that child to please my partner. I don't really care about the father, but I don't want no surprises. They'll pop up 20 years later and say, "This is my child," and then your child runs off to you, and then these kids are needy. Kids
Ah,
will
these
like, "Oh,
kids? Oh, they're
my
not
real dad,
loyal.
yeah."
They're
I'm like,
not
"How
loyal.
I raised you? Do you remember that?"
Ah, right. Who asked you? I didn't tell you.
Exactly. And then next thing they start making up stories. You used to be mean to me. You're not my real dad. I'm like, yo, you should have known that when you were going to Igbinedion. You should have gone to Lasso and saved me my money. So I don't have a problem at all. I don't have as far as all the parties concerned are aware. Everybody accepts their own responsibility. Everybody, just know that this is what they're involved in. This is what this is about, and we're fine. We're
Okay,
fine.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know a lot of women who already have kids are usually very worried. They're very concerned that should I even bother getting into another relationship? You know, I have kids. How is this man going to be to my kids? And then he might also have kids. You know, how am I going to be all this? You're not my mother. You're not my father. Business. Times that could also put a strain on the relationship.
Even sexual abuse also.
Yeah.
Even so if you got married, either they can sexually abuse your child. So those are things that both have to watch out for. I mean, there's so many things you have to. There's so many things. It's just complicated. But I think that you can see. Just find someone that's kind. Just find someone that's kind. Sorry. The end points of everything. Once you find somebody that's kind, once you find somebody that's kind,
who love you intensely are calling.
These are capitalists. Capitalists are calling me about monies, but it's fine. I'll deal with them later. But I mean, I think kindness is the overriding factor for me. That's what I've learned. It's not even physical beauty, it's not even wealth, it's people that are kind. When somebody is kind, there's so many things that just works. So many things that just works, you know. When somebody is kind, they just care about you and they know how to cover up for you, they know how to I mean wealth is good, don't get me wrong. I love wealth, but
oh yeah.
But some wealth is like paper in your mouth once things go down. I've seen people that are wealthy that are completely unhappy. Not like it's exclusive to them. Poor people also are generally unhappy also. But the key thing is kindness. Kindness. Once you find somebody that's kind, you know, you're halfway there. You're halfway to where you're going. Yeah.
Okay. So I know you do, you know, like you write scripts, you direct movies, you produce movies and all of that. And, you know, in the movies, it always makes it look so simple. Like people watch movies and people are stuck in this fantasy, la, 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 and that's not really real.
Yeah.
You know, do you feel like the media has also played a role in all these unrealistic expectations in marriages, wives and moms, you know, dads, in all of this? What do you think? What role has the media played in that?
Media, you have to also include social media as well, because the standard media, social media, all sorts of media, it's unreal standards, man. No human being can keep up. I don't even know the rules anymore. Like, what are the rules of marriage or relationship these days? Every day you go on social media or there are new rules. You must do that, otherwise you're that. I'm like, Jesus, I can't remember all these rules. Can someone just write out all the bylaws of relationships and everything? People need to separate fiction from reality. That's why this is called fiction. The standards are often not attainable. That's the whole truth. They are like a Shangri-La. You aspire to it. You aspire to those standards. But they're not attainable. It's ridiculous. They're not attainable at all. You know, so you need to separate yourself. You need to think for yourself. In your relationship, you need to think about the dynamics that work for you and your partner, and not anybody else. For instance, I tell you what, me and my ex-wife, you know, sometimes my ex-wife will travel and I'll be with the kid, you know, for months. And someone will come in and say, "Oh, why are you doing that?" That's our own family dynamic. That's what works for us.
Yeah.
That's what works for us. That's our family dynamic. It works for us. We have our plan and it's good. It's none of your business. Don't interfere. You know? And so you mustn't allow people to come and detect for you. You're dating somebody, you date somebody, you marry them, you know them. You know what they do, you know what they like, and you guys have sort of established your relationship based on that. For instance, now, anybody that's dating me or is with me knows that I watch football on weekends when the EPL is on. Don't send me on errands on frigging Saturday because I'm not going to do it.
What is an errand for the kid? Like, come on.
There we go with these needy kids again. So don't send me on errands. Don't send me on errands because you know it doesn't mean I don't love you or I don't care about you. It's just that football is on. This is my moment, you know. Now somebody that cares about me knows that, okay, he might not available from this time. Let me leave him alone. once the game is over,
Okay, I don't like
basically you
these
help
people are
me.
trying to join. Rachel and Mark, are you trying to join? Do you have something to say? Comment and say yes, and then I can add you. But if not, I'm just gonna ignore you. Sorry, go anymore.
So you have your own family dynamic. You know how it works, and both of you came together and decided compromise on certain things, and it's been working for you. Along comes the spider and says to you what you must do, and now your whole marriage is ruined. Your whole relationship is ruined. So couples must sit down and speak to themselves and know what they're doing, and be focused on their own goals on what they're doing, and that's it. You don't have to follow this standard.
Easier said than done, because like
Yeah,
most of us,
yeah,
we live on social media. We're there watching everybody, comparing our spouse to everybody else. Birthdays are like, oh, someone got a car, a G-Wagon with a Red Bull, and your husband,
exactly.
he forgets your
Exactly.
birthday. Oh my God.
Exactly.
And then he says, I'm not a birthday person. Hey, you better be a birthday person and be a car buying birthday person as well. So it's just a lot of, I wish it was possible to really disconnect and disengage from social media and the media and separate the two. I hear you, and it is true. It should be fiction. It should be for entertainment, but it's difficult.
But it's somewhere like what we spoke about raising the kid, is that you have to be deliberate and filter a lot of these things and say to yourself, I'm not going to. I'll give one example. One time on Twitter, somebody said, "Oh, if your boyfriend or your partner forgets your birthday, break up with him." And it was hilarious because they said there's an existing research that shows that a lot of men are not good with dates. Now, the side doesn't mean that person is a bad person, just doesn't remember dates. Not good with dates. I personally am very bad with it. I have to literally write it and stick it on the wall to remember, or put it on my calendar. I forgot my birthday once in about 8 years ago or 9 years ago. I forgot my own birthday because I was filming and I forgot it was my birthday. I knew it was my birthday like 2 days previously. It was coming up on the day I forgot. Because I didn't go on social media to see the Facebook messages. Now, would you say, okay, this is a big confession. I don't remember my child's birthday. I'm not kidding. I do not remember. I know it's I know it's the 22nd of August, but there are days that I have to go and quickly go and check my calendar, like, yo, what day, just to confirm that that's the date. Now, are you going to say that I'm a bad father because I have problems with numbers? Exactly. That's why I'm saying that a lot of the standards.
I'm just like,
No, but it's true. But it's true. I have to write. I'm not kidding. I have to write the date down. Like this today, when you told me that we're doing this thing today, I had to double check with you. Like I know that it's somewhere around Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, oh, is it today? Is it today? And I said, I thought it was tomorrow. I was even about to just go and just do whatever we do on the weekend. I was like, I said, oh damn, it was today. Like, okay, let's go.
And I said, she's done with you. She's done.
And so you can see me now, like, oh, your mom doesn't love me, mom doesn't care about me, deletes my number, never call him again. But I have a real problem with dates. And it's not like I'm deliberately trying to disrespect you.
Rachel is asking, how can you forget? Like,
I do. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I actually have a problem with numbers. Honestly, I have a big problem with numbers. I don't remember them. I have to write. Now it's easy for me because, like, I have calendar apps and everything, so I write it down.
Yes.
Like, dates, and that helps.
Alerts to remind you.
Yeah.
Yes. We
but
appreciate these things. We know. Honestly, I think it's unforgivable. That's just me personally. Hey, maybe that's why I'm single. Who knows? But I think it's unforgivable to forget my birthday. No, Demola, stop supporting him. No. No, do not forget birthdays. Oh God, please remember and
but it's the truth. It's the truth. There are men. See, I tell you what. I thought I had a problem. And when I looked it up, I realized that there's actually research that shows that some men have a problem with dates.
Okay, and someone is asking if your significant other forgets your own birthday, would you have a problem with it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem. If she really forgot, I don't have a problem with that. But if she deliberately ignored it, because obviously my birthday, everybody's going to talk about my birthday, and my birthday is going to be everywhere. And if you missed out on all that social media hints, then it's fine. Maybe you were stuck in a prison somewhere. Completely forgive. I'll forgive you. I don't care. It's not a deal breaker for me. It's not a deal breaker at all.
Wow.
It's not a deal
Okay.
breaker. Deal breakers are different from that.
Yeah. So, well, for a lot of women, it is. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's a
I know.
deal breaker, but it's very important to women,
Yeah,
most women anyway.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was just giving an example. I'm like, if obviously that is not going to happen often, but if you have that one occasion that some like that happened, forgive the guy. If the person was good to you, don't just cut them off just because they made one mistake. So I think we live in an era where there's no forgiveness at all for anything.
There's no forgiveness
Nobody
on it.
forgives.
This world now, there's
Once
no
you make one
forgiveness.
mistake, yeah, there's just no
Right.
forgiveness at
People
all.
are so
And
sensitive.
yeah, it's weird. It's like, bro, I made a mistake. Forgive me and let it go. Nobody
Are you
holds
really
it.
sorry? Are you really, really sorry?
Man, I'm always sorry. I'm always sorry. Man, I'm sorry.
Well, Demola is here supporting you, saying you're very real, you're living in the real world.
Thanks, Demola. Real
And
guy.
the women are
Real
rolling
guy.
their eyes, saying unforgivable, unacceptable. To be saying your birthday, she would deliberately forget. So like it just really goes to show that men and women are really, really different. We're
Yeah,
really
we are.
different. And I
We're,
think it's
we're,
all about people understanding who you're with and really determining
yes,
what the dynamics of that relationship is.
yes,
And if a
yes.
birthday is important to a woman, just save it on your phone. Just set an alarm for
Yeah.
1 week before, so you can go
I was
buy
thinking,
her a gift. You can go
I was
buy
thinking
her,
on.
not happy birthday, hon. Go buy her something with a
Yeah.
red bow.
Of course, of course. No, it's easier now. It's easier now. You can schedule those things and have them delivered to her office or at work. It's easier now, So you don't have to remember everything these days. Just schedule it. Like once you know it's the bed month. For instance, if I know your birthday is in August, okay, the whole of August, I go to the gift store, pay for it, schedule it, and say, guys, deliver it to my partner, and give the numbers and everything, and it's delivered. So it's easier now these days, but it wasn't as easy back in the day to keep up with all that things. But the people that are very, very skilled. But you know what? Ironically, serial killers are very good with dates. Serial killers remember the dates of all the activities that they've been doing. So now, if you judge a good man based on remembrance, then you're going to end up with a serial killer who remembers everything. And you're like, oh my God, this is the man for me. No, that's a serial killer. You're about to die. So,
Oh my
like I said, for me, the key thing is kindness. It's like just go with people that are kind. Then every other thing else. Don't make too much of a fuss about little things. Just sometimes let it go. Which is something I didn't know in my first marriage. I didn't know how to let go of little things. Like now, I just let go. Those things don't matter to me anymore. Like you can say, "More, you're a big head," and I'm like, "Bro, whatever, bro. Let's move." Don't make don't dwell on that problem, and it escalates to become something massive. I mean, I remember an instance. One of my ex-girlfriends, I was gonna call her because I was gonna call. She was trying to call me. I'm gonna call. So I texted her. I said, "I'll call you back once I'm off the call." And she says, "Okay." So she waited, and then I texted her, and she didn't text me back. And then 2 hours later, I'm like, "Oh, why did you text me back?" She's like, "Because I said I was going to call, and I only texted back." And I said, "Oh,
Exactly.
I'm sorry, and let's let it go." I'm telling you that the whole thing escalated, and the whole thing was a big fight, big quarrel that
Yes.
lasted the whole thing. Just
Yes.
because
They said you were gonna call. Oh.
yeah, like, but don't let it go. Don't dwell on things like that. Just let it go. They're not that big. You know why? The world is already very difficult. Don't create more problems for yourself. It doesn't matter. Those things don't matter. As far as the person shows genuine forgiveness, and like I said, if the person has not shown a pattern of doing the same thing, if the person just made the mistake once or twice, and it's not a pattern, just forgive them and just move on. Don't
You
dwell.
can try, but like Demola is saying now, not remembering dates or the best color or anniversary does not make you a bad person. Don't people
Yes.
understand? No, we don't. Like we don't.
Demola, thank you. Demola has the point. It doesn't make you a bad person. Huh? This meant you forgot some things. You forgot. I mean, let me give another example. And also,
best color. Like, oh my God.
yeah, but sometimes you miss out on these things because women change everything. You
No,
wake
they
up on Monday
don't.
and they want a
Women
blue
are
wig.
so easy. We're so easy. We're so straightforward. You know, we're just
Ah,
easy.
straightforward.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's funny.
Men are not straightforward. No, but you know what? But that's the beauty. I tell you what. That's our differences is a beauty. Is the beauty. It's what makes the team beautiful. The
Tony
difference.
saying even if it's a pattern, live with it or move on. Jeez.
What did he say? Even if it's
Even
a
if it's a
pattern.
pattern, live with it or
Yes,
move on. That's savage. Oh my god.
well.
What happened to winning her over and trying to compromise and be nice to your wife? Be a kind
No,
person.
no, you must.
Oh,
No, see, you must do that. You must make sure you please your partners, okay? But
yes.
I'm saying that if it's a small mistake, if it's a small mistake that's not that big, just let it go. Don't quarrel about the small mistake too much and make a mountain out of a molehill. You understand? Like, it's just, what did he do? Did you catch him, sacrificing kids at an altar to the devil or something? What did he do that you cannot forgive? That is just just let it go.
It almost sounds like women are always expected to forgive, but men are not as forgiving, But let's not get into that conversation.
We forgive, but we don't get enough credit for our forgiving nature. We forgive a lot. We forgive a lot.
You forgive
Forgive
other
quite
men.
a
You
lot.
don't forgive women. You forgive other men.
We actually
Men are
forgive
always
women.
cool, like hey, you slept with my girlfriend. Hey, we're cool. Chuck knuckle. Yeah. Let
No,
your wife try
I
making a
can't be friends
mistake
with
and be
somebody able
safe.
to tell my girlfriend, man. I punch you in the face. I'm not friends with her. Like, I used to live with my girl, like, except you didn't know. But we forgive women a lot. We forgive women a lot. But we don't get credit for our forgive. But it's fine. We never get credit for anything, which is okay. But we move. But we forgive. We're very
Look, you
forgiving.
get credit when you buy a G-Wagon with a red bow on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but why should we get forgiveness only at that point and not when we're not doing that? It's unfair. But it's fine. It's our life. That's how nature has ordained it. So we're good with it. We're good with it. But I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
kindness. Let me tell you, if a woman is kind to a man can go to war for her. Man can take on armies for his woman if she's just kind to him. All she has to just be kind. Like, baby, sit down here. She wants
But,
some
that, but,
food.
but but that's what women want from men as well. Just be kind.
We're
And
kind. We're
so
always,
and
we're kind.
get some money as well. But be kind. Like be kind.
Men, but we don't get credit. The thing is that no matter what a man do, men don't get credit for it. I don't know why.
I disagree. The
Honestly, we
same
don't
men
get.
are always in a bromance with themselves. Yes. Yes. Oh
Yes,
my
because we're
god.
because we're cool. We don't like problems, man. That's why we're always chilled about wahala. Women are always beefing themselves.
Oh my god. It seems like this is
But
turning
we.
into a war. A man against women. Oh my, I'm just supposed to be wives and moms. But okay.
No,
Well,
but it's
I
good.
think the bottom line is, everybody should be kind to each other, and
Yes,
people should
yes.
try to understand who. Tutu says you're using these sessions to write a movie script. I agree. People should understand themselves, and be kind, because I think once you're
Yes,
kind to someone, the chances are you will do right by them, regardless of
yes,
what that looks like. For some people, it's a G-Wagon. For some people, it's just, help me put the kid to bed or whatever it is.
yes,
So
yes.
just be nice, be kind. And, like you said, you've also learned from your experience. I've learned, I hope, from my experiences
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well. And hopefully we can be better people and better partners and better
yes,
parents, and be
yeah,
able to navigate this crazy world with all the media and social media setting this high standards for us.
yes, yes.
So thank you so much, Ima. Wow. Okay, we're still gonna come
Thanks
back and
thanks
argue
for
about.
having me.
And Demola, I want you on here. We're gonna come and argue about men versus women. But what can we expect from you going forward? What's happening with you? What can we expect?
Oh, I'm making a film called The Pretty Ones Are the Loneliest, which is a love story.
The pretty ones are the loneliest.
So she was right. I'm using this session as part of my research. So yeah. So I mean, my new film talks a bit about what we're just discussing. It's just dynamics in relationships and just that intense loneliness that comes from losing love, falling out of love with your partner. Where you can be together but you're intensely lonely, and so the film deals with a lot of those sort of issues as well.
Wow.
So we're shooting that right after Easter, in April.
Okay, cool. Wow. I would ask to be in a movie, but maybe I'm not pretty enough. Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here, Mo. That was really, really entertaining and informative as well. Because sometimes a lot of us we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
And sometimes we think we're stuck in this world on our own and you can't figure it out. But I like that you kind of took the conversation from two angles. It's not just on the woman, it's also on the men, really understanding that your wife is now a mother and things might change, and you have to know the impact of having kids. Like you said, a lot of kids, ruin a lot of marriages. So being able to balance that out is super, super key. So thank you very much for being here with me.
All right.
Iman, I'm waiting for you to tell me you're going to make a movie out of my book, but that's okay. You and I can have
We're getting there. We're getting
add that to your list of sins. Your list is very long. But thank you everyone for joining. If you haven't bought my book, go buy my book. It's available on Amazon. Thank you so much, Imo. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone for all your contributions in the conversation.
Thanks, everybody.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend and see you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.